doing this?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Pouravi Gupta.
Yes, sir.
We begin by letting you introduce yourself to the interview board.
Yes, sir.
Please do that.
Sir, my name is Pouravi Gupta. I am from Sri Ganganagar, Rajasthan. I have done my schooling from my hometown. After that, I did my graduation in BA from Delhi University. I completed it in 2019, and after that, I've been preparing for UPSC. Sir.
Are you employed?
No, sir.
So you were concentrating on your UPSC preparations.
Yes, sir.
How many times you have appeared at the UPSC?
4 times, sir. This is my 4th attempt.
At the first interview?
Yes, sir.
And your subjects were political science, international relations,
Yes, sir.
and your compulsory was, optional subject was?
Political science and international
Same.
relations. Yes, sir.
Okay. You have given IAS as your first choice
Yes, sir.
and IFS as your fifth choice,
Yes, sir.
IPS as your sixth choice.
Yes, sir.
And you have preferred audit and accounts, income tax and customs
Yes, sir.
after the IAS. Good. It's your personal choice. Tell me, what is India's GDP?
Sir, it is 272 lakh crore as per the last survey, which is around 3.3 trillion US dollars.
It's more. The latest estimate is it is about 3.73.
Yes, sir.
Can we say that India is a developing country or a developed country, and why?
Sir, it is still a developing country and not a developed country because
Please speak a little loudly.
yes, sir. Sir, because first is if we go by the World Bank criteria, we still fall in the lower middle per capita income criteria because the per capita income is around 2,500 US dollars, and to become a developed, we need much more than that. It is more than 12,000 US dollars. Other than that, sir, the certain issues that still exist in terms of literacy rate that is low, or in terms of research and development sphere that we need to work upon, the infrastructure. So in these indicators, we are still a developing nations, but we see ourselves being developed within the next 25 years.
So you believe that by 2047 we should be a developed country?
Sir, if things go well and we focus on the structural issues that are there, we have the potential to be a developed country.
There is something called Human Development Index.
Yes, sir.
There is a scale in which we fare very poorly as compared to the other countries in the world.
Yes, sir.
Unless the HDI improves, can we become a developed country?
No, sir, that would be the basic thing, seeing the demographic dividend that we have, the youth population that we have. So human resource development should form the base for which, on the basis of which we should see our growth and see the progress, sir.
You see, our GDP is quite healthy. We are the fifth largest in the world today.
Yes, sir.
Fifth largest, right? What is bringing us down?
Sir, one, as we saw that on the part of the human development, the skilling part of the youth.
The population. What is India's population?
Sir, around 1.5 billion.
Around 1.5.
Yes, sir.
No, it is less. Are we the most populous country in the world today?
Yes, sir, we are.
We are. What is our TFR?
Sir, it is, I'm not sure. It is around 2.1.
2.1 is the replacement rate. You understand what is the replacement rate?
Yes, sir. So for every two, I'm sorry, sir, I'll not be able to explain it very comprehensively.
Okay. Last question. Tell us, what do you understand by the GDP figure that you told us is nominal? There are
Yes,
two
sir.
types of
Yes, sir, it
GDP.
is nominal.
Okay. What is the other?
The other is real GDP, sir.
The other is
Real GDP.
real GDP. And
Yes.
what is that?
Sir, it is when adjusted to the inflation rate, we get a real GDP that is based on the constant prices. That is the base year that we see. Based on that, we calculate it.
What is PPP?
It is purchasing power parity, sir.
So
So,
GDP is calculated on the basis of PPP also.
yes, sir, it is.
How much is India's GDP as per PPP model?
Sir, I'm not aware of the data.
What is the difference between nominal and PPP?
Sir, purchasing power parity adjusts the various exchange rate differences that exist between the countries. Nominal GDP is only adjusted to the inflation within the country.
What is the GDP?
GDP is a value of all the goods and services that are produced within the country. Final value of these goods and services.
Is there a time period?
Yes, sir, it is seen over a year, complete financial year. Thank you, sir.
Pouravi, how are you doing today?
I'm good, sir.
Well, I'll take it forward where we left.
Yes, sir.
From GDP, we come down. Do you understand what's the concept called national development? ND.
National development. Sir, for national, we consider the citizens of India, the income.
Well, I wanted to say net NDP,
Okay.
net domestic product.
Sir, the difference between gross and net is the depreciation that we reduce from gross to net.
Depreciation on what?
The wear and tear on the
Capital goods.
capital goods that is there.
Good. Okay, now I take you forward to another subject. You read today's newspaper?
Yes, sir. I've skimmed
What are
through
the
it.
headlines?
So one is the Swachh Sarvekshan survey that has been received, that has been released. The other is the Prime Minister will inaugurate the Atal Sea Bridge that will reduce the distance between Mumbai and Navi Mumbai to 20
Oh,
minutes.
so let's talk about the sea bridge. What is the technology which is used in this particular bridge? And there are a number of firsts associated with this bridge. I'm not asking a general question because I'm sure you will have the answer. There are a number of firsts associated with this bridge. The kind of technology, the kind of environment protection, the kind of any idea?
No, sir, I'm not aware.
No idea?
No, sir.
All right, doesn't matter. Now you talked about there was an item on Swachhta Abhiyan and Indore happened to be seventh time back to back in a row.
Yes, sir.
Why is this happening that Indore this time in fact they are joint winners? Surat happens to be with them.
Yes, sir.
Why is this happening? This phenomenon repeatedly why Indore is being adjudged as the best cleanest city in India?
Yes, sir. So I think the efforts has been taken at all the levels, from the local level to the higher authority municipal
To
level.
mark my question, I understand the criteria on which it's all being judged. There's a survey taking place, and then why is that every year, year after year, that Indore is attaining the first position?
So people's awareness related to
yes.
uh,
So
the
that kind of awareness which is now settled into the culture and to the mind and to the practice of the people at large,
yes, sir.
and that's how it's happening. Today happens to be another special day. What is that special day? 12th of February. Does it click you anywhere?
No, sir.
Well, I'll give you a cue. It's National Youth Day.
Yes, sir.
What's so important about National Youth Day?
Sir, it is also the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda.
Perfect. And so what is the theme of this Youth Day? National Youth Day?
Sir, I don't know the exact theme. That is.
Okay. Now there's another item which is coming in, which is something called Finfluencer. Have you heard of Finfluencer? Finfluencer.
I can think of this. I don't know the exact
You
term.
want to make a guess?
If you allow us.
But don't make a wild guess.
No.
Intelligent guess.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
So those influencers or social media influencers who tell about the financial market and the
Good.
stock market
You
that
made a
is
good
there.
guess. And what is that is now Finfluencer coming under ambit, and there is some article which is coming on these people around trying to influence the market. There's some regulation which has come from SEBI.
I'm not able to recall. So.
Okay, let's talk about the capital market.
Okay, sir.
Now, the capital market essentially controlled by SEBI. And there are a couple of regulations which have been introduced last year. Any idea?
And I'm not.
Okay, what is the role of SEBI?
Sir, it regulates the cap, as you said, it regulates the capital market.
Yeah, they're regulatory of the capital, but then
Yes.
what do they do?
So they bring out regulations for the listed companies that are there. Other than that, they look into that there are no insider malpractices within the transactions that are happening. Other than that, so.
Okay,
So they
what is
also.
short selling?
So I'm
Adani
not-
has been induced for this reason.
Yes, sir.
You come from Rajasthan,
Yes, sir.
and Ganganagar is your district.
Yes, sir.
Two special attributes, traits of Rajasthan. Mark my question. Two traits of Rajasthan which has influenced your personality.
So I guess the peaceful and the colorful, cheerful nature of Rajasthani people is something that
Okay.
inspires my
Okay.
personality as well. Along with that, so the food of Rajasthan makes me a bit of a foodie person. So that also shapes my personality in that way.
Oh, lovely. That's how you put it. Uh, I find very interesting hobby of yours, aerobic dance.
Yes, sir.
Now, how is this aerobic dance different from Zumba?
Yes, sir. Sir, aerobic dance is quite simpler when we compare to Zumba. In this, on a particular song, we do simpler steps. For instance, we make alphabets like V, Y, or simple steps side by side in a basic format. And we do it for a quite longer period of time as a workout. In Zumba, there is more of dance. Uh, for instance, there is a repeated change of steps every after 2 3 4 steps only. And Zumba is more preferred on proper songs, and these are could be done on music, tuning music also, that ways.
So, Purvi, if you permit me to say so, can I make a comment on this that the aerobic dance as your hobby is a elitist kind of a hobby,
No, sir.
which is expensive
No,
as compared to other exercises which you can think of?
Sir, I would like to differ on this part.
Yes.
Because I have done aerobics in Sri Ganganagar itself, and within every gym that you go, there would be an instructor, and with the nominal fees, they can teach you. And there are so many online mediums in which you can learn it in very simpler form. If we compare it to Zumba, I think Zumba is little more expensive when compared to aerobic dance, and I learned about Zumba only when I came to Delhi, that this form also is there.
All right, thank you, Purvi.
Thank you, sir.
Purvi, my first query to you would be, you must have heard about ease of doing business.
Yes, sir.
How do you explain it? And what is India's present rank?
Sir, I'm not able to recall the exact rank, but ease of doing business is providing certain infrastructure of facilities so that the business or the entrepreneurship could grow in our country. It could be seen in the form of single window clearance, so that they do not have to go through the file procedure again and again, or through easy registration and easy exit as well. Could be seen certain things which could
There
be.
are 10 parameters. Try and list them if you can.
Technology could be one, that there is interface and technology available, for instance, in the form of e-governance for the companies. Logistics would be another, that there is easy transportation. Easy availability of loans and capital, so that they can boom.
Permission,
Yes,
easy permission to do business,
yes, sir. Uh, uh,
easy to get land,
yes, sir.
permission to construct, erect houses.
Yes, sir. So that there is less of licensing regime and more of freedom in terms of
Single window
establishment.
licensing if possible.
Yes, sir.
To coordinate all the activities,
Yes.
single window is very important. Lot of national highways are being constructed,
Yes, sir.
and one of the latest ones, which is coming up from Delhi to Mumbai, is called a Green Expressway. What do you understand by that? And does it pass through Rajasthan?
Yes, sir. It passes through Rajasthan.
Which districts of Rajasthan is it touching?
I'm not able to recall the exact names.
What do you understand by Green Expressway?
Sir, it would be the construction would be done in a sustainable manner, and also there would be trees grown around, so that the environment is kept in mind to use these highways. Uh, Other than that, I'm not sure if there is some waste to use that might be used. I'm not aware of it.
What would be the process of lighting? Normal electric lighting or some alternate?
I'm not aware, sir.
International affairs you have an optional.
Yes, sir.
How do you view the India-Maldives issue?
Sir, I think there is a concern in terms of relation presently because of the pro-China policy that has been adopted by the recently elected Minister Muizu. Sir, presently there are issues and there will be some areas of concern, but as a neighborhood, because it is very geostrategically important, we need to resolve and go for dialogue and diplomacy in whatever way possible, sir.
You know the issue.
Yes, sir.
How would you propose to resolve it?
Sir, it gets complex because of the involvement of power struggle of India-China rivalry, but I think use of soft power of India that exists with the people of Maldives could be something that India could leverage and use. Other than that, the soft loan policy or the kind of need that could be there with the government should be provided from the part of India. Other than that, sir, the high level diplomacy and dialogue needs to be there for the talks to start, sir.
It is said that Maldives, historically in ancient times, used to be prominently from settlers from Gujarat. Are you aware?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Pouravi,
Yes, sir.
बहुत सुंदर नाम है.
Thank you, sir.
But can you tell us the meaning of this word?
Yes, sir. Sir, it means the rising sun. The Po is the time of dawn. and Ravi is sun. So that time when the sun is rising is what my name signifies.
Okay. So it's quite a Puranic name, no? It's described in Purana also. So is there any reference to that, your name in Purana? Any of the Puranas?
Sir, it has been name of goddess Saraswati as well. It is when I searched it on Google, it is said that there was one more wife of Vasudev who gave birth to Balram. So it is her name also. Her name was Rohini and also known as Paul.
Good, good. So coming to your subject, no?
Yes.
So you have a very interesting subject at your graduation level, economics and political science.
Yes.
This is quite relevant to the service you are aspiring for.
Yes.
Okay. So let me take from your conversation with the chairperson, and you describe that structural reforms are one of the key. So tell me, what are structural reforms? What are structural issues in economy?
Yes. So what we see as a missing gap, that is the manufacturing sector, which is not growing. The shift from the agriculture to directly to the services that we see, and manufacturing is something that could provide employment to a lot of people. So in this form, the structure of the economy needs to be shaped. The agriculture, which employs more people but contributes less to GDP. So these are the structural issues I think
Okay.
that are there in the economy.
And what are the structural issues in politics?
So one is, I think, criminalization of politics is happening, and politicization, wherein the political parties focus.
You must have read about that in your course, academic course. So try to recollect those things.
I'm not able to.
No problems. Yeah. But you must have heard of the word inequality.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's one of the main challenges and one of the main structural issues for not only the economy of India but elsewhere as well. Okay. So tell me, as a civil servant, that will be one of your primary things to address the issues of inequality. So what, in your opinion or understanding, should be the way the government should be approaching that issue? Because inequality in India is increasing very fast. As a student of economics, you must be knowing that Gini coefficient is increasing.
Yes, sir. So there are number of policies. So proper implementation of such policies is first thing, and awareness of
Which
these
policy?
policies. So there is a Garib Kalyan Yojana, Sabhagya scheme for electrifications, or the
Unequal
PDS.
people don't have to be Garib.
Yes, sir.
Garib is
Inequalities.
just a manifestation of some of the attributes.
Yes, sir. Inequalities is in various forms. It cut across gender, age,
Yes.
and
So
yes, sir. So first is when the growth and development reaches to the local people, those who need it, and they themselves feel empowered, whether it is poor, women, or
will
physically
the
challenged.
UCC, you have heard about this word, no?
Yes, sir.
UCC. Will that address that issue?
Sir, I'm not able to think a direct link of UCC to inequality, because
Things will become uniform.
so the laws, yes, could become uniform with that, but I'm not sure how it will directly cater to inequality in particular.
Okay, okay. So as a student of economics, you must be hearing that the government is incentivizing production, okay? And a lot of our budget now is being diverted towards or allocated towards capital sector, the capital sector, okay? Which is mainly going to the people who own capital. And that is one of the main allegations of a lot of opposition parties, that this is not the right way to do that. So what is the government doing, actually, the government of India doing to address this challenge?
Can you please repeat?
So a lot of our budget now, a larger proportion of our budget is going towards capital. Yeah. capital formation, in a sense. Yeah? So the welfare of people is being ignored. That is the allegation of the poor people, of a lot of opposition parties.
I think the capital investment that is there in economics, we have a term of multiplier effect that is there. So when we invest in capital, there is multiple times more reach to the people. The capital
So
investment
you
creates
use trickle
employment.
down economy. You are a believer in trickle down economy.
I see that it works, but at the same time, welfare economics is also needed.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you mean to say that the government presently is lacking on that count?
No, sir. I guess balance of both is needed. There has been more of revenue expenditure in the past, and there is some of the expenditure that needs to be rationalized on the revenue part. And shifting to that capital part is importantly significant. One cannot ignore the revenue expenditure that is there, but the capital expenditure has its own positives, which
Will you like to
could.
give some concrete example very shortly, and then I will pass on to.
Yes, sir. So, for instance, in terms of revenue expenditure, we see of rationalizing the subsidies that we are giving, whether on fertilizers or anything. We are trying to rationalize them. On the capital expenditure, sir, building of new hospitals, building of new roadways that is there. In terms creates employment opportunities, ease of doing business as well. So that has a trickle down effect in its own ways, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Pouravi.
Good afternoon,
You
sir.
come from Shri Ganganagar.
Yes, sir.
Why is that Shri in front of Ganganagar?
Sir, because it is named after Sri Ganga Singh Maharaj, who brought Indira Gandhi Canal to our region. Gang Canal to the region. That is why it is the district is named in respect of him. That is why it is called Sri Ganga.
Can you name more cities with Shri as a prefix?
There is Srinagar.
Mhm.
I'm not able to recall more right now.
Okay. A lot of names are being changed of different cities.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of that? That will help or create barriers in administration?
Sir, if there is some local level demand for this, or there is a broad consensus, then it is uh, fine to bring a change. And I think if people wanted, the administration could adjust accordingly with the same without much issue for this.
You answered it very differently. I just asked it will create barriers or it will help in administration.
Sir, I don't see a major impact of changing of a name on administration.
Okay,
That is.
you are brought up and born in Rajasthan and you did your graduation from Delhi.
Yes, sir.
What kind of cultural differences you saw between both the states?
Yes, sir. Sir, in terms of if we see about the women empowerment or the position of women, I think there are more opportunities in Delhi as compared to Rajasthan. Sir, secondly, I see Rajasthan people have more time and more peaceful as compared to people in Delhi. One positive on that side. Uh, Other than that, sir, because I come from north side of Rajasthan, so I do not find much of food and food difference uh, there. But if we go towards the southern Rajasthan and then see compared to the North Delhi, I guess there would be more less preference. People do not prefer chole bhature or chole kulche that is preferred here. Uh, Other than that, there are difference in the clothing pattern as well. In the way
Okay.
that
Okay, Pauravi. There are different kinds of inequalities. Tell me one kind of inequality specifically from Rajasthan, one specifically from Delhi.
sir, as seen, the inequality of male and female in Rajasthan would be more.
How many kinds of inequalities you can think of now?
Sir, in terms of gender, in terms of
In
age.
terms of inequality can be based on so many patterns. It's a very general question.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Coming to your hobbies, you have mentioned about practicing Priksha Dhyan.
Yes.
What is it?
Sir, it is a form of meditation. It is generally practiced in Jainism, which was found by Acharya Mahapragya ji in 20th century. He believed that it was used by Lord Mahavira as well for enlightenment, but he assembled it in a more concrete form and spread it.
What other forms of meditation you know about?
Sir, I know one of Vipassana that is there in Buddhism.
Okay. Tell me the difference between Vipassana and Preksha Dhyan.
Sir, one difference that I could think of is Vipassana. In Vipassana, one only focuses on one's breathing and internal awareness. In Preksha Dhyan, it goes one step ahead to have a regulation over a breathing. We count, or we have to count the uh, times in which we take inhaler and we exhale, which is also known as Samtal Swas Preksha in Preksha Dhyan.
What's the ultimate goal of meditation?
So it's, for me, it is calmness and peace that is there.
Okay, my last questions. Your father profession is teaching,
Yes, sir.
as well as your mother's profession is also teaching.
Yes, sir.
Comment on the conditions of government schools in Rajasthan.
So recently I got an opportunity to visit one of the government school also and talk to the principal. She highlighted the biggest issue is the children who come to the school has a dual burden because the economic condition at home is not so good. That is why they have very less confidence in themselves to study. So it creates a pressure on the teacher as well because the student is not much interested. They think that their future will be the same way that is there. There is not much. And even if they go, there is not much facilities that are there. So I see it as one of the biggest issue.
Okay, Pouravi, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
What is gratitude journaling?
Yes, sir. It is to write, to present thankfulness and gratefulness towards the things and towards anything that I have a feeling for a gratitude. I write it in online format.
So write it in a diary form and keep it with you.
Yes, sir.
So you must have compiled a note of for how many time period?
Sir, it had been more than 2 years now.
More than 2 years.
Yes, sir.
How thick is your diary now?
Sir, I said that I write in online format now.
You write in the online format.
Yes,
So
sir.
you are the modern generation kids.
Sir, I started writing offline, but then I shifted online.
Okay. So Pouravi, please step out for a moment. Then we'll call you back and give you our feedback.
Thank you so much.
So Pouravi, we found you a good candidate, but you definitely have potential to do much better in your final UPSC interview. There are certain things which we would like to point out. You should work on those things and try and improve, do much better. Right? The first thing which immediately comes to mind is your knowledge of your current developments. Sir asked you a question about sea bridge and you didn't know the details. Why?
I read it
It's
about it.
said to be one of the marvels of the modern civil engineering.
There are 3 pages, one full ad of the Honorable Prime Minister's photo and giving the salient features. The first, they've been put on bullet points.
I will look into sir.
Yeah, but that's what you discussed.
Secondly, Mumbai Expressway. Mumbai Expressway is going through your home state, and you say you're not aware it is going through the districts of Rajasthan. Mumbai Expressway is one of the, it's a green expressway. What is green expressway? And it is a 6 plus 6, 12 lane or 16 lane. It cuts down distance between Delhi and Mumbai to hardly 12 hours or some such thing. It's a achievement.
I read it, sir. I forgot the districts and I did not want to guess.
So you should.
Yes, sir.
So that is what you should be thorough with that,
Yes, sir.
especially when it concerns your home state.
Yes, sir.
Then I noticed that you have a tendency to, you know, you will wait for some time, and then when you start speaking, you would give your reply very quickly. What is the need? You give your replies patiently. When a question is asked, it is fine to wait for a few seconds so that you can formulate your answer. And after you have formulated your answer, the idea is to speak slowly, distinctly, loudly. I, I remember I asked you to speak a little louder. The golden principle of replies always is it should be short, precise, and to the point. Never give long answers. And while talking on that, I would recommend, when is your interview?
The data has not come.
So you have plenty of time. Luckily, you have plenty of time. What you should do, you should formulate what questions might be asked in the interview board. The questions will mostly come from your DAF. DAF means your detailed application form, which comprises of 4 parts. The place you come from, the subject with which you have done your graduation, the optionals that you have given, the hobbies that you have mentioned, including gratitude journaling. Right? These are the 4 parts and current developments. In these 5 parts, whatever questions you can think of, write it down on a piece of paper, because you will be able to remember it much better and for a much longer time. Write down the answers short, crisp, and to the point. Remember it.
Yes.
So in the interview board, if you are able to answer 60% of the questions, you are through, and through with flying colors. Where you don't know, you have rightly been saying, I don't know. Say that. Don't bluff. That's the golden rule of interview. Never bluff.
Yes, sir.
Which newspaper you read?
Sir, I'm reading Indian Express, and sometimes if I find good articles, then Times of India.
Which page of Indian Express you
All the
focus more on?
Editorial page, the economy page, and the world page.
World
Okay.
page, global
Okay.
page.
Economics is your subject, then you can add an economic times to the number of papers that you read. Read economic times, Indian Express, any other newspaper that you want. But remember to read the editorial page,
Yes, sir.
because the articles on the editorial page will give you in-depth coverage, analytical coverage. So that will help you understand the subject much better and form your ideas. Also read the headlines and like for example, the sea bridge thing. You just read the sea bridge. What about the details?
Yes, sir.
There was, as he said, there were 3 pages on that. Right?
Opinion page जो है ना, that you must read, okay? Because what happens sometimes that the panel will put you to a tricky question, okay? Your opinion, basically. And then it becomes very difficult as a civil servant how to balance that, okay? So that actually comes very handy, that kind of information. Sorry.
We have two important observations. First, I just want to check what dress code are you going for the interview?
Sari.
You got a sari.
Yes, sir.
So we come with sari with the formal shoes
Yes, sir.
matching to the sari, well groomed, and that's what about the dress code. Number two, you are entering in. You're not seeking votes from us that good morning sir, good morning sir, good morning sir. You have to just address the chair
Okay.
or say good morning sirs. If there is a lady on the board, first address the lady, good morning madam, and then good morning sir. That's it. So repeatedly saying good morning sir, is not required. So that can be avoided. it's better that you straight away. And secondly, wait for a while when the chairman says be seated. Many times the candidates become so impatient, they deliberately check you out. They give a gap of about 3 4 seconds, and you get impatient. You say, "Can I take my seat?" Wait, maybe he's busy. He's thinking about something. So he or she, whoever
He
the
might be
chairperson is,
deliberately not saying anything,
yes,
wanting to check your reaction.
to check your reaction.
Yes.
So that's one, two observation I think probably need to take care of. Otherwise, you are good. You need to really brush up your gap. That's your current affairs. Current affairs. That's it.
Sir,
Thank you.
one thing about the good
You have a
morning.
question?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir, I decided that I will say good morning once, but naturally, when I had eye contact with everyone, it came out very naturally to me, like the
That's
good
all right.
morning.
That's all right.
I thought
That's
of
all right.
If it's
But,
natural, it's all right.
nodding everybody.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it can be
Not
avoided.
needed.
It can be avoided.
Yes,
It's
sir.
good.
I will try.
Okay.
And another observation. When you were answering to sir, or you were answering to Arvind or others, 60% of the time you have to be focused on the panelist who's putting a question to you. But please give a smile. Believe me, you get 5 bonus points.
You're
You
not
smile
smiling.
and smile
You're not
and look at
smiling.
others. No
That
problem.
she's smiling. But
Yeah.
the point is very important, eye contact.
Yes,
The
sir.
person who has asked the question, 60% of the time you keep looking at him. In between, you also look at the other interview board members because you are answering the interview board and all
Exactly.
these people will be giving you marks.
Right, sir. Sir, I don't know.
What's your question?
Yes, sir. I just gave one interview before this, and in that video, I found that I'm rolling my eyes a lot. Is it like
don't
when
do
I
it.
am talking,
No,
when I'm
sometimes
thinking?
you tend to do it too.
Yeah, I noticed
Yes.
that. I
You
tried to
noticed it?
control
While
it.
you are thinking, you.
I tried to control it, but I think it came out in the end.
So
very
that is
well.
self-introspection. You know it. We don't have to teach you.
I was asking if I was able to control it
please,
better
that
or
is
not.
So most of the time it was controlled.
Okay, sir.
Sometimes you.
Sure.
Well,
Would be any other question?
Pouravi.
Porvi. So Purvi. It's
No,
Porvi.
she's Pouravi.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I stand amended. Thank you.
Sir,
Good luck,
about,
Porvi.
The very
Yes,
historical.
please.
Yes.
about the inequality question, I'm still not able to think of the other dimensions of
You can
inequality.
think of caste-based inequality. Women and all these are very generic.
Yes,
Caste, gender हो गया, class inequality.
Last.
class, economic inequality,
Economic
caste, I was.
inequality.
Yeah.
And slums and all. How many slums are there in
Yes,
Ganganagar
sir.
and how many are here in Delhi?
Okay.
ठीक है.
थोड़ा सा diversify कर लेना उसको.
Okay, sir.
And I really appreciate you get a really good guess because it's a new terminology, they keep whining in the papers. Film influencer.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
God bless you.
Thank you
God
so
bless
much,
you.
sir.
Good
Thank
luck,
you so
Porvi.
much.
All the
Do well.
best.
Do well in the interview.
Thank you so much, sir.